Good evening from the Central Illinois Weather Network. I'm Larry Eastep. Watching this tornado situation in St. Louis Metro at this time, I can tell you the latest on this particular cell near St. Louis. The tornado warning for central St. Louis County has been canceled because the movement of this storm has really been a little bit further to the north than what they expected, right off of the loop going around St. Louis there, the 270 loop. So it actually has stayed out of St. Louis Metro and is affecting the areas around St. Charles right now. So a tornado warning remains in effect there for central St. Charles County till 9:30. This dangerous storm would be affecting the areas of St. Peters, St. Charles, Harvester, and Campbell at this time. I want to first, before we go in on that storm, let's look at this storm down here. A brand new tornado warning has come out here in just the past couple minutes, and this particular cell is showing a little bit more intensity, and in fact is showing a TVS signature, a tornado signature. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado at 9:01, so about 9 minutes ago, located near Gerald, or 12 miles northeast of Owensville, moving east at 20. Union, Leslie, Noser Mill, and Lyon in the path of this storm. Let's put a path cast on this, because this storm would be going across portions of I-44 within the next half hour if it continues on its current path. As you can see, a TVS signature with that. This would put this in Union at 9:37, St. Clair at 9:45, Parkway by 9:48. So this particular cell is moving toward the southeast. Now let's look at this over velocity. Again, we're looking at the St. Louis airport radar, the TDWR radar. So we're right on the fringe here with this storm in Franklin County. Again, the airport radars don't have as wide of an aerial coverage, so we don't get as far out. The St. Louis radar, actually over in St. Charles County, was hit by lightning at midday today, so it is unfortunately out of commission right at the moment, which doesn't affect the warning capabilities, but does affect some of the data we can get here to give you the information. We're seeing a very prominent red and green mix here over portions of Franklin County. I want to zoom in on that just a little bit closer, see if we can get kind of a pinpoint on that. That would be just between Gerald and Leslie right now, and again, this warning would put this storm at 9:01 located near Gerald, which would be right here. So that would be right in line with what we're seeing halfway between Gerald and Leslie is where this particular area of interest here, where you start to see these brighter reds and brighter greens. In fact, we may be able to come in one more level here and see that a little bit closer. And you can see that there. It's not real defined, but I would say we have the capability of detecting rotation, obviously, here on radar, and I would say that if there is a rotation at ground level, it's, again, there between Gerald and Leslie, and that would conform to this warning. Again, eventually St. Clair would be in the path of this. Now, let's come back up here. I do want to look very quickly at this storm over St. Charles County. We're fairly close to the radar site again up here, so it's going to be kind of hard to see and interpret this, I believe, but we do have some reds and greens mixing in here, east of Dardenne Prairie, northeast of Weldon Spring, but the radar site sits right here, so I'm not quite sure how much of this is actual rotation occurring and how much of this is getting close to the radar site. The Weather Service continuing that tornado warning again for central St. Charles County till 9:30 this evening. Closer to home here in central Illinois, we can take a quick look here at lightning all over. No warnings of any type right now, but very heavy rain, intense lightning from the Illinois State Fairgrounds all the way out through Morgan County, Scott County, and then again you've got this storm on the northern part of St. Louis Metro. We can go over to Storm Predator quickly here, and we can show you more storms along that same area. We can loop this and show you once storms enter an area, they're going to pretty much continue throughout the next several hours, as training is a possibility. You can see this moisture fetch all the way back down into Kansas is continuing to feed moisture along the same route here along I-70, north and south, 50 miles either direction. You're seeing rain and may throughout the night, which could increase the possibility of flash flooding. So we will definitely keep an eye on that during the overnight hours. But a tornado warning right now for central St. Charles County till 9:30 in Missouri, and central Franklin County till 9:45.